Today I was supposed to went out and looked for UFOs with a friend of mine. And I first went out there and I did hypnosis with her. I'm going to leave that part private, but we decided that tonight we would go and sit outside, watch the stars, and watch for UFOs. But when me back up, before you went over there, I noticed for the last 2 days my back was hurting. And before I left, I'm like, my back's really getting sore. I don't know what I did. I'm gonna take some medicine before I go, and I did. And then I noticed when I was at our house, it was kind of aching a little bit more. I just kind of dismissed it. My mind was elsewhere. And then when I left, I went to Walmart, and I'm realizing, my back's just really, really hurting. And I have a back injury from a car accident, so sometimes it flares up. And I'm thinking, I wonder if that's what's going on. I'm having another bad whatever with my back. And I drive home and I go to get out of my car. And between that point and getting out of my car was like a 5-7 minute trip. I realized, oh my gosh, this is horrible. So I start working up the stairs, and it was pretty difficult. Well, it's been a couple hours, maybe-ish, since then, and I got up, was going to do this video because I canceled with her, knowing my back was hurting, because, I didn't know how bad it was going to get. Sometimes it gets pretty bad. So now I'm home, and I could barely stand up straight. When I get up, it takes a minute for me to try to stand up straight because it hurts so bad, and now I feel like I'm running fever. So I think I have a kidney infection instead of a car accident years ago, pain, whatever. Why I felt the need to share that with you, I don't know. But this video is going to be about a vision I had. It was one of a few back in that time. But for some reason, I'm compelled to tell you this one. I don't know if it has a specific meaning for the future. Evidently, it's for the future. It hasn't happened yet. And I had this between 17 and 19 years old, possibly. And it started with, I was driving, and I dropped my mom off to do something in some building. She had to do something. I don't remember what it was. And I know I was sitting in the car, and, I was just kind of looking around at the surroundings. I was kind of, daydreaming kind of thing. And I happened to look behind a building, which was a bus station. And I don't think I knew it at the time until I saw a bus come up. But I'm looking in that direction, and I kind of like go in a daydream kind of thing. And then, whew, it's always like a TV screen kind of thing. And I'm looking, and my first thing I remember, I'm in an orange sweater. And it reminds me of one when I had when I was a little girl. I think it was my sister's, and then I took it over at some point. Either that or I just used it randomly. And I was a grown woman, and I was in a building, and it was partially torn down. Either torn down or blown up. I don't know. Blown up. My English. I think I was in there with a fire trying to keep warm. It's been so long since I had it, I don't remember every detail. But I do know it was cold. I had the sweater on, and all the women around me had sweaters on. We were all dirty looking, and it was cold. And I remember looking around as I'm walking out of the building. I'm just steadily looking, and I was concerned, scared, and in protected mode, whatever, all at the same time. And I'm looking around, and as I'm looking around, I'm seeing the women. They're going the same direction as I am. We had a specific place we were going. And as I'm looking at the women and the surroundings, there were other buildings that had been either torn down or blown up. And they were in pieces, crumbled to the ground. The whole building wasn't down. It was like pieces of it. And I look up, and it looked like a military man. He was standing on top of rubble, and he was reading a list, and I got the impression that he was reading men's name off that list. Men's names off that list. And I'm watching him, and I'm really concerned, and I'm not sure if I expected somebody I knew to be read off that list, because I don't know that many people, especially people that would fight in a war or something else. So I'm sitting there, and some women were crying, not hysterically, not like they just heard some bad news or anything. But he was reading it, and I heard no sound, but you could tell what he was doing. And then he drops the paper, and I watch it go from his hand, and I watch it land on the ground. And I remember looking around, I started feeling hopeless. And then I remember thinking, where is my kids? I hope my kids are okay. Where are my kids? I was between 17 and 19 at the time. I didn't have kids, and nor did I think that I would ever have kids. And now I have 4. But what made me think of that, I think of, the kids kind of led me to believe that, hey, it's going to happen. Now I need to add that timelines change. And in these timelines, I'll explain. My 4 kids and I, let's just say one of my kids is going to change the world, whether it be bad or good. Whatever this child does, it's just going to happen, because he's here on earth and that's his goal in life. He said before he came down, he wrote a contract saying, I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Well, as time goes, he was born into an abusive family. I'm a mean mom. I beat the crap out of him. It turned out not to be a pleasant time for him being here. So as a result, as a young teenager, he thought that he would take things in his own hands and unalive himself. That would mean that timeline changed, because he is not here to do that anymore. So that's what I mean about timelines do change. And let's just say that he never had unalived himself, and time went on and that happened. Or, something happened that would just change that timeline, and it never would happen. I will say that one way I know that for a fact is when I was 16, I tried to unalive myself. I had a near-death experience, and it was told to me that if I would have succeeded in that attempt, that there's nobody else here in this whole world that is not able to do what I was sent here to do. So that's one reason why I know that is a fact. And because of that, and that only, I decided to come back. But I think he sent me back more than anything. In the situation I was in growing up, I didn't want to be here anymore. So I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember sitting there telling him, okay, I'll go back. I don't remember. And I don't know if he said, I'm sorry, but you have to go back. I don't know. But I was sent back. So I don't know if that my kids are adults now, so I don't know if my vision will ever come true or if timelines have changed. So always keep that in mind. If you have a vision yourself and you're like, whoa, and it never happened, don't sit here and think that you're going crazy, because you're not. Probably not. I doubt it seriously. But no, timelines do change. Things happen. And sometimes we break our own contracts without even knowing. So I wanted to share that with you. I don't know if it will happen. I don't. I want to say it was an older woman. Much older. So I don't know. I was alone, that's for sure. I didn't have any family around me at all. I didn't even know the women, but I do know, I think I know, that I was helping a lot of women. And that's in the back of my head. So I hope you guys are doing well. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to do another one. I say that often because I'll have the same shirt on and everything. So again, don't think that I'm wearing the same clothes repeatedly. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well, and thank you so much for watching my videos. You don't know how much I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day or night, and I'm sending you all love, light, and peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.